none of us deal with brush collection. May, the problem with brush collection is you can't really get started until March. We've been over this.
People started cleaning Long River.
I understand, but understand that Middletown has 375 miles of road. Okay, so it takes a while. People have increased the amount of brush they put out. Landscapers increase and continue to cut things and put it and not take it to Kings Lane. And they have the right to do that as long as it's before the collection, right? People feel like why am I going to pay if it's out of my municipal services? So it's not that, I mean, it's been 6 to 8 since brush collection probably has begun, 70 days, depending on the last snow event we had in March. But it's just a process of time and the volume.
These pictures, it's 2 or 3 feet high.
I have 2 or 3 feet high in my neighborhood too. It's not acceptable, but this is what your neighbors, my neighbors are doing.
And then what happens when now already?
To be honest with you, when we finish, we also have a volume capacity limit that we're supposed to take. And the first time we don't take that capacity in that picture that you showed there, right? The first time we say no, that's too much. The residents storm into this office and say, I'm a taxpayer, you're not taking my brush, right? This is much more than the limit we're supposed to take, correct, Tony? Mm-hmm. Much more than the cubic, but this is what, unfortunately, the cards are dealt, and I can tell you DPW is doing the best they can to get it up, and it should be completed. Has it been completed? Has your zone been completed?
Here's the best part.
Has zone I been completed?
It was picked up and now my neighbors already have piles down the street again for next
so
year.
There's an ordinance that was passed in 2010 under my direction in 2010. There's an ordinance that was passed that says if you put your brush out after the collection, you are to go and report that neighbor and they will get a letter. They will have 7 days to remove the brush, or they will be fined and we will pick it up on the weekend.
If you give me the address,
so just give the address to Mr. Mercantante and we will address that.
Or just go out there and we'll go and take a look.
No, you just can't send somebody else down there, right? Because the collection is passed at this point. We still have other zones. We have Zone J, we have Zone K. You still have other zones that need to get done. So you have to report it and we'll address it.
It was reported and not addressed. That's how I feel.
It was reported after the pickup. You reported this to code enforcement.
No, I'm here today to report about that one, but I was here before. I just think this volume is unacceptable. And you can't tell me anybody that's got their house for sale on Conover Lane during this period. Somebody's going to drive down that street and say, what the hell is going on here?
The volume is not acceptable, but again, when you don't pick it up, you get the resident saying that you're not.
So what is your solution?
We're going to have, well, with regard to the brush
This is
that's out
gone.
there.
They just replaced it with other
This
stuff.
was picked up May 22nd.
All right, some people haven't gotten picked up yet.
I understand that. I saw Madison, West Front Street. But this volume to me is
One of the things we
unacceptable.
talked about a long time ago was that if you do an ordinance that would say if you hire a professional service to come and do your brush, that they've got to take it away. But they can't just put it by curb. Curbside was really meant for homeowners who, take care of their own property, put out some brush and leaves that they can handle. Clearly no homeowners doing this. This is a professional company. They should be required to just take it with it. That should be, now, the homeowner's going to pay for it.
How do you enforce that?
It's very hard to enforce. That's the problem. It's very hard to enforce. Other than we just won't come and pick it up. But who's hurt by that? The neighborhood. So it's a really hard thing to enforce. That's the problem. It'd be nice if everyone played by the rules, but they don't.
So with regard to the trailer, we're going to have
We can
PD go out there?
Yeah, we should be able to get the trailers out of there, and we'll give them, if anyone's got brush after, we'll give some.
I'd be fine with that. I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't want to be the neighborhood snitch, but I've heard other neighbors have said the same thing, and they told me that
It happens in every
as
single
well.
neighborhood.
Tony, I'll make sure that Tony and I are both aware of the actions that should be taken for this case.
All right, thank you.
Man, is this a construction site that's going on right now?
That one is there. Okay, my question is, I don't know, 5 minutes. Next to it is another, a lot where the house was knocked down. Is there anybody here that would be able to tell me how long are they able to keep the lot empty and let the grass grow without cutting?
That we can send code enforcement.
going to speak for a minute.
Time that the.
So when you hear me speaking, come in. Oh, sorry. Tell him. I start speaking. Come in.
How much longer?
Oh, maybe next. Maybe next. Tell him.
That was under construction. It's a lot of this.
I extended your time just a little bit, because I know you had.
Okay, and then I have just a question.
You got it.
Okay, landscapers start, I understand, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. Is there any way in Middletown, or how would one go about perhaps changing the ordinance so that landscapers don't start till maybe 12 o'clock on Sunday?
There's a noise ordinance, there's no noise ordinance with dates and times, different on Saturday and Sunday and Monday through Friday.
So what is it on Sunday?
I believe it's 8. I'd have to check, but I believe it's 8
It's
a.m.
8 a.m.
So if somebody wanted to say change it to 12, how do you go about
It
it?
would have to be done by this government.
Yeah, they're done by ordinance.
Okay, because I happen to think, I'm sorry,
Ms. Cummings, I
you should
gotta
be able
go
to sit
on.
outside and not listen to those landscapers for like 5 minutes and be able to hear the birds. I know in towns like Bayhead, Spring Lake, you're not even allowed to have construction. We should be able to have 2 hours to sit outside in the patio without listening to the landscaper. That's it. Thank you,
for your
everybody.
comments.
Thank you.
Any other member of the public wishing to make a comment? Yes, sir.
Yes,
Just your name and address.
my name is Lefty Grimes. I'm from Bayonne. Did you banned medical cannabis in this town, right? Did you ban it? I thought you banned it a couple of years ago. There was an ordinance, though, and you never followed through with it? It was never adopted? Why not? Why are you against medical cannabis, first of all?
Why not? Why didn't we ban it?
Yeah, why are you against medical cannabis? Because you were unanimous in your decision to ban it,
No, they didn't.
We didn't ban it.
but you did put an ordinance banning it. You just,
Correct. You were at the meeting, Mr.
yeah, right.
And you heard what the committee members said at that meeting, if I recall correctly. You and other people were there, and they said, and that's actually quite contrary to what they said.
I think
There's no ordinance ban right now.
That's actually not contrary to what he said. What happened at that meeting was you
One
guys
at a
said...
time, sir, it's not your time yet.
Okay,
Anyway,
thanks.
go ahead, Mr. Ross.
So you didn't ban it. I'm confused because I think you're on the list of the towns that have banned cannabis.
No, we're not.
No ordinance was adopted.
Okay, not wrong. Well, I think since I'm here, this morning I had a very tough morning. My brother-in-law died from an opiate overdose. So all this afternoon we had to figure out how we're going to tell his 11-year-old daughter and his 16-year-old daughter how his daddy died, how their daddy died. And it was a very bad day because for years I tried to help him to get him on cannabis, and I've helped other people get off opiates using cannabis. I thought I could help Frank, and it wasn't in the cards for him. But today was the worst day because I had to listen to his daughter crying, "Where's my daddy? Where's my daddy?" And that's something I don't wish on anybody. And we're actually going around to all these towns that are banning cannabis, and we're singing a song. And I don't know where Mikey is. Mikey, can you?
Sir, you got it, Mr. Grimes, respectfully, it's got to be one at a time. I think I can.
He's not going to speak, but we want to. You guys, the towns of New Jersey wrote this song. I didn't write this. It's mostly in alphabetical order. And these towns can sure run a government, but they can't. You can't run a government, but you can write a good song. I'm all messed up in this today. I'm sorry. I need Mikey to make me laugh. Mikey, make me laugh, please. You can't get no weed here. You can't get no weed here. You can't get no weed here. Keep your cancer home, dear. You can't get no weed. And Barnegat, Berkeley, Bridgeton, Bridgewater, Brigantine, Carlstadt, Chatham, Clifton, Cranberry, East, Rutherford, Elmwood Park, Emerson, Fairhaven, Freehold, Garfield, Hasbrook Heights, Hawthorne, Lavalette, Lodi, Jamesburg, Hazlitt, Mawa. You can't get no weed here. 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 Keep your cancer home, dear. You can't get no weed. And Manville, Middletown, Point Pleasant Beach, Hilton, Caldwell, Oakland, Oceanport, Ridgewood, Ringwood, Seaside Heights, Seagirt, Shrewsbury, Secaucus, Surf City, Spotswood, Upper Freehold, Upper Saddle River, Wall, and Wayne. You can't get no weed here. 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 Keep your cancer home, dear. You can't get no weed. And Weehawken, West Caldwell, West Long Branch, Westwood, Wyckoff, Woodcliff Lake, Palisades Park. Palisades Park. Palisades Park. Palisades Park. There's no wheelchair access in Palisades Park. You can't get no weed here. 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 Keep your cancers home, dear. You can't get no weed. Chester, Franklin Lakes, Harding, Midland Park, Mansfield, Old Bridge, Old Tappan, Ramsey, Denville, Avalon, Parsippany, Pleasantville, Saddlebrook, and Union City.
You can't get no.
Sorry it's so long. A lot of towns have banned cannabis, unfortunately.
You can't get no weed there. You can't get no weed there.
They shall grow not old,
Your home, dear. You can't get no.
as we grow old. As we that are left grow old, age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn, at the going down of the sun. And in the morning we will remember them. R.I.P. Frank. Thank you.
You can't get no weed here. 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 Keep your cancer hard, dear. You can't get no weed.
How are you going to get out that door? That's the funny part. I want you to go out that door.
Do you guys need help with the door?
Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you. Mike, I'd love to see you get out that door with this.
Yeah, put that there. Should have seen us getting them in. Should I open both doors maybe? I don't know what makes it easier, Mike. Both doors?
You should grab Vince again.
To do that baby thing again?
Yeah.
All
I think
right.
it'll help.
Boy, that was a shit show. What happened there?
I don't know, but I can't hear him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I wrong? Middletown didn't ban it?
I couldn't hear anything because it's like an echo chamber.
I think I screwed up. I said, maybe they didn't ban it.
Oh, see, I didn't hear anything.
They didn't ban it. No, they didn't ban cannabis here. I'm confused.
Sure not.
Where's my fact checkers?
not.
Politician lying?
What are you guys waiting for? To help him get out, like we carried.
Yeah.
Two people to get me out.
The guy was over here.
I got a big coat.
We carried him like a log. I was here and the other guy was there, and we just logged him out. Then out there, he got out.
Right. What's Vince doing?
He was just
Is it talking?
trying to talk down.
Nah.
Jeffrey,
Go for it.
Jeffrey is giving his cancer comment.
He's talking?
Jeffrey is.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I'm telling you that I have to win him on that.
But this is the choice. This is the choice, not these. You have a lot of children in town here. You have a huge population. You have a lot of young athletes. They play on your high school teams and your weekend pickup games or whatever. They break their ankles and their knees. They go to the hospital, get their knees put back together, and they get knees. The high schools are still not on board, and the educators that they're trying to bring in for opioid awareness aren't telling the children about this. This is available to children in the medical marijuana program. You don't have to get your children hooked on opioids to get them through an ACL injury to their knee. So that you don't have to smoke it like this. Bring this out as an example. You can probably smell it. It offends some people, but it's going to be the new norm in medical treatments for pain, for cancer, and for a lot of other things. And like I said, I hope Middletown will stay this way. I hope that they would also that the council would also communicate with their police departments to have or to have them educated on the KUMA laws, because the patients have been pulled over and at times it doesn't go well. The patients have been assaulted by the police officers before they've been given a chance to declare themselves exempt from the law as a patient. And I hope that Middletown would hopefully be educated and current on the criminal laws, because it's very important to people like me. I may look healthy at times, but I know I don't now. I may have little healthy at times, and I'm very disabled, and I wouldn't like to be pulled out of the car just because I smell like this bomb. So we ask for compassion, we ask for understanding. Also, there is an epidemic in the rehab industry that I encourage everyone to go on YouTube, watch the video Body Brokers about a young man who was addicted in California. His father sent him to Florida. He did addiction services there and then came back to California, and then he ended up dead. There's some bad stuff going on, and there's some people in this Monmouth County and Ocean County now. Ocean County is under investigation. It's a mess in the prosecutor's office. I fear that that's going to happen in Monmouth County if we don't get on the ball and pay attention to what we're doing with law enforcement, opioids, rehab industry itself. And this is where it starts right here. It starts with good conversation at the community level. And I think I'm done. I would open myself up to any questions that anyone might have.
Just speaking about that and telling us the story, and obviously all the members of the township committee would say that we're glad that we've now been taking 36 months for that reason.
I know you guys have overdone.
And also, thank you for coming and empathize with what you're dealing with. I think the confusion from the last speaker maybe brought you out here was our discussion of recreational marijuana versus medical marijuana. And I think they're two opposing. They're two opposing.
They're just named for the same
right.
plant.
They're two opposing uses, right? And the last time I know Mr. Grimes came to this committee was a discussion of recreational marijuana, to which point the state can't even get their house in order as how to provide guidance to the municipalities. So we wanted to make sure that we weren't opening ourselves up to a state kind of arm, kind of a power grab within the municipality. But I think this committee, just to be clear, has made no aspersions or restrictions to either use at this point, but specifically to medical marijuana. I think I personally can speak to say I have a much different view to medical marijuana as I may to recreational. And because it comes to recreational, we'll see how that all plays out in the state. I've heard a lot of people recreationally, and I think that's probably some of the confusion here this evening. A lot of people say, well, alcohol is legal, alcohol this and alcohol that, and I agree, and I feel that the state should treat it like alcohol if it's going to be compared to it. So, but medical, I do agree with you 100%, so thank you, and I appreciate your company.
Yeah, by the way, alcohol, I think, is the third leading killer in the United States. So,
but there's a lot of restrictions over it.
It's a conversation that you and I'd like to have in parking lot.
Absolutely, we will do that. So
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. You didn't get undressed yet? That's so funny. Watch out.
I need pins.
Yana Sager, I am a trustee with Help Not Handcuffs.
Oh, yes. Hi. Did I meet you in Asbury? Yeah. How you doing?
I live here.
Oh.
But it's the recreational marijuana. Basically, they just went out on black people here. So that's basically the difference. But yeah, it's recreational marijuana. They are not on board with medical marijuana. They're just
They did pass something a couple of years ago about recreational. Isn't it an ordinance, or is there? For recreation.
Their hands are tied by the state, because Help Not Handcuffs helped pass a resolution in Asbury Park.
Yes.
Legalize it, so they could certainly do something like that. Seated group there.
They're all Republican.
Yeah, we are the first two of us trying to get in as Democrats. Too loud with them, but I appreciate it. We have 563 municipalities, 6 summer taxes programs. I can go on and on and on. It's not just medical marijuana. And the 6 summer taxes programs are not even fully active. It's just sad. People are dying. I'm sorry for your loss.
It's horrible today.
Sorry.
It's everywhere though. It just finally hit home for me, but I've been seeing this for years. It's happening.
I think part of it is
Teenagers, a lot of teenagers.
legality of it. I mean, we're getting all sorts of substances. I mean, you've been in this field forever, so you understand that.
But he was in jail. He just got out of jail.
He wouldn't be in jail if it was just a substance.
Like
I don't
spinach.
know how you guys feel, but I'm far from marijuana's.
Yeah.
Like, less regulation.
Yeah,
Controlled, regulated, yeah.
Yeah, less people die by illicit drugs combined in the state of New Jersey than do we talked about the diabetes. You probably talked to Randa Thompson,
Yeah, sure.
who is the director of that.
I need it with my tomatoes. It's so
Yeah.
expensive, and I have MS. I can't afford to go into this.
Yeah, we can't afford it.
It's required.
So I'm an immigrant, and my mom used to put cannabis in our tea. As children, we would grow it freely.
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
it is now outlawed in parts of the Mediterranean and Europe. And we grew up on it.
So you understand.
It's just a substance.
Thousands of years.
It is.
Keep calm. It's just a plant. Keep calm.
It goes
They
long
just
before Christ.
wanting to hear the facts and not wanting to hear the truth. We're starting to make traction,
Yeah.
not just in the state, but I think in the nation. A lot of people are approaching it from the racial disparities. Others are approaching from the medical approach. I have RA, and I'm a flight attendant.
Oh,
I can't take it
wow.
because I'm in the airline industry. I'm traveling. I can't take it. So there's so many people that are suffering and that are in jail and lost. I mean, I just wanted to come out here and say hi because we actually have met before.
Yes, thank you.
I appreciate the song. I just wish we could also make that resolution to just get police to stop it. Stop criminalizing human beings for non-violent behavior. But they don't know any better. They don't know any different. That's the way they're trained.
They're not trained properly. They get 6 weeks. 6 weeks on how to shoot people.
They shouldn't even be in the healthcare industry.
Right.
This is a healthcare epidemic, not a criminal justice epidemic.
Right.
So it's the way people live. They're entrenched in it. They don't know any different.
Yes.
And it's sad. But you feel better. Drug needs, your needs matter. Hopefully you get some people that understand drug policy and health policy and the overall picture in office, not just in office. But
They're around. There's a few here and
There
there.
it is. Big guys here.
What?
We need your help.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for coming. I don't like this. I like the light.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
Good?
Unbelievable.
Little boy and girl.
Thank you, sir.
I can take it off.
Don't fall. Don't go any further.
You can't drive like that right now.
All right, so you want to play a couple songs while we're here?
The limbo.
Can I just ask you a couple
Yeah,
questions?
sure. Absolutely. What's that?
What's your first name? I think this is spelling last name.
D-I-G-I-O-I-A.
E?
No, D-I-D as in it's like I-G-I-O-I-A.
And you're a Middletown resident?
Yeah.
Can you just speak a little more about the housing? What kind of housing are you advocating for?
Thank you very much.
Halfway housing?
No, not halfway. Just affordable housing for these people. I work in the state prison system.
Yeah.
So we work a re-entry program with all the state prison systems, people that have opioid problems. And there is, in Monmouth County, Ocean County, there is no housing for people when they get out. So what do we do with them? When they're paroled to Monmouth County, we put them on the streets. There's nothing for them. So, and when we do social services, they put them up in places like Tony's Lodge in Freehold that's full of bed bugs, full of rats, that's where the social services puts these guys. And what do? 2 days later, they're on the streets. I don't want to live in that. Would anyone want to live in that situation? No.
Re-entry's too late.
What's up?
Re-entry's too late.
What do you mean it's too
You
late?
gotta stop before they go in. You're in the
Late.
real world.
It's too late to stop them. You can't stop them.
I'm just saying decriminalize, legalize.
Oh, 100%.
No one should be in jail.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not saying they belong in jail at all. But our reality today is that's what's happening. And if you hear people in charge now, these programs are trying to stop these programs now.
the programs are keeping people at jail. They want to put them back in jail because they say it's a consequence for their actions, which is absolute bullshit. People don't belong in jail for a health problem.
Absolutely, that's what we were saying, it's a criminal justice, it's not a criminal
Oh,
justice
100%.
issue, it's a health epidemic.
And when you,
If it's even that at all, because honestly, if you look at the numbers, it's the smaller of all the issues. Diabetes being much bigger. Eating disorders.
That's not true anymore with overdoses. Overdose numbers are, it's actually coming off to the #1 death rate now.
Over diabetes deaths? I don't think the stats are actually higher.
Look at the numbers. Our life expectancy is dropping now because of overdoses. 2 years now, these numbers are dropping. Our life expectancy.
Is that because of the fentanyl?
Oh yeah,
And
100%.
the criminality of it, because it's not actually many people use many substances.
I'm not against people using stuff. You're free to put whatever you want in your body. I don't care what you do. But we need a plan to keep these people alive.
I didn't know you guys
Keep them out of jail.
Of course. But I'm saying keep them alive. I mean, I'm not. You want.
How about the 563 municipalities here with only six syringe access programs, and they're not all working, not all functional. How about harm reduction? You guys all know that word, right? So there we go. Let's use and allow people to use for what they need. We drink, we use Coca-Cola, we use caffeine, we use many substances.
You're preaching the choir. I totally agree with you. But
anyway, I'm running here. I'm running for committee.
Yes.
Oh, are you?
Yes.
You're running for committee?
Don't run away.
Yeah.
Come
Can I
out.
put you on my story?
Oh, absolutely.
Tell me a little about
Who
yourself.
are you?
I'm Jana Sager.
Can you spell that?
It's Jeana. Sager, S-A-G-E-R.
Whose position is that?
I do need to be careful because if I do want to make office, I need to actually get elected. I am in a constituency where my base is extremely red, which is great, but I do need to be careful how I speak.
We don't have to put anything. Okay.
No, yeah.
That's okay.
I was also
Oh, you were?
for television.
Oh, very cool.
In New Hampshire.
Oh, nice.
Years ago.
Are you on tomorrow's election?
We need
It's
to
a
get in
primary,
office to
right?
make a difference. Then you can show your ass off. But we actually need to get elected. So we've seen 30 years here, 60,000 voters here.
What are you going to do when you get in office? What are your goals? What do you want to do?
I would love to start addressing drug policy. It's one of my biggest platforms. I want to start addressing those 6 syringe access programs. I want to start not talking just about CBD in the sense of...
Is this off the record?
This is off the record.
Okay.
For medical, but also for recreational. We should not be stigmatizing human beings.
You guys can't do your job in here when Trenton can't get their job. That's problematic.
We can.
But we need to send a message to Trenton. That's what
We
we're not
do, but my organization, small as it was, called Help Not Handcuffs, we helped we helped pass a resolution in Asbury Park to legalize. If we could do that with every municipality, we're going to hit Trenton. And we need people in office locally. We do matter.
I'm killing my town. They hate me. I go to every meeting and scream out.
I mean, we don't have to put anything now. If it's too soon for you, that's okay. I understand.
I definitely want to address drug policy.
So we could talk when it gets closer to election if you want.
You can literally say, there's over 500 municipalities here. We need to address the lack of harm reduction.
Okay.
We need to address the lack of available syringe access programs. We need to stop putting money into treatment that hasn't worked for over 30 years.
Can we get the money out of treatment? Can we get the big money out of goddamn
We can put it into the healthcare system that we
tired of this
keep
shit.
talking about.
We need to get the criminal speakers out of our high schools.
We need to take all criminal justice out of the healthcare realm.
There's people that are criminals that are speaking as anti-drug or opioid awareness speakers or
But what constitutes a criminal? Because to me, a lot of police are criminals. So where do you go with that?
Mother. Let's start with that one. Somebody that murdered their mother.
Yeah, well,
honest to God, that's what we have.
That's a violent human being. Absolutely.
But why is someone like that in our school teaching about jewel pens?
They should not.
And transitioning from jewel pens into THC cartridges when they have no.
They should not.
They have no specialty on it. If anyone's in there sending an educational message to our grammar schools and high schools, it should be a message from the Board of Health. That's what I said in here. That this cannabis is available. You don't have to smoke it. You can get it in oil form now.
Yeah.
A child can take a small dose of it under the tongue rather than get opioids for an injury. That's what the message that needs to be sent. This horse crap that's going on they are getting into the
I
minds of
agree.
our children in a wrong way.
I agree. But there's so many things our children are doing. It's not just about deadly drugs. They do a lot of things that are self-medicating, that are deadly.
Well-
we can't just take one thing and talk about
That's the detachment
drugs,
from
then we're
society.
stigmatizing drug users, aren't we? When we do that. But what is your name?
Kelly, Giuliano.
I think the key point, one of my key points anyway, is removing drug-using people from the criminal justice realm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And thinking about it as a health
It's an illness, yeah.
epidemic, not necessarily an illness. Again, I don't want to stigmatize drug users.
Okay.
There are plenty of people that I hang around with that are drug users and they use drugs
Yeah.
recreationally and responsibly. And there are plenty that need it for medical uses. But I think removing police, jail, all of those elements, which will take decades and decades and decades, those are really, really important key points. At least
Okay.
for my platform here in Middletown. Are you a Middletown reporter?
I'm a Monmouth County, Central Jersey reporter.
For
Newspaper Media Group, so I cover 13 towns. The website's centraljersey.com.
And you stayed awake through that? I used to cover like school committee meetings. These guys made it like lively, but I was like, you know, what just happened? What am I
Hey, we
supposed to
might
do
have
now?
time to go hit another meeting somewhere, eh?
Yeah, you guys definitely. I mean, these are great towns to hit. Even though he was right, we didn't ban medical marijuana. We banned the stuff that black people. use. Off the record, sorry. We
No, she said they banned the stuff that black people use. That's true.
Right, we banned the recreational.
Right. I
And by the
misspoke.
way, you're in a town that's 99.9% white. So there you go.
And probably about 60% of adults already use it recreational. I hate that word, cannabis.
Lefty, be careful with me. I'm running for office.
No, you'll win. You're gonna win. No, we'll help you. We'll actually. I'm gonna make a video for you. I will make a video for you. Yeah.
Not in Middletown. I am getting elected in Middletown.
You're running for township committee?
That's great.
Have you run
We'll help
before?
you.
They were in there. Hibble, Snell, and Sutterbury.
Hibble?
Hibble, Snell.
Hibble?
Sean Burns.
Okay.
Oh, he ran last year.
He did.
He ran with Trisha
With
McGuire.
Trisha. And Trisha would kill me for like making any kind of video because she'd be like,
I'll make
just
you.
blew our chance.
I'll make you a video.
Great.
I need to get a picture of the human ball.
Because that would homogenize 90% of my
I've been doing this for a long time.
You do, and I don't know. I like the conversation with you guys because drug policy is my thing. And
Yeah.
I can go on and on forever.
Honestly,
the policy part of me, me is like always studied it.
Well, what you say, you see it in Asbury, the racial disparity. It's horrible.
You see it everywhere in the nation.
Yeah.
You guys have watched stuff like 13th, right? Have you watched that movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
So much. The nation is starting to catch on.
Yeah.
But they need like clean-cut, suit-ridden people to bring that message for some reason. They're not listening for the
No.
They're not listening to
I
the.
can tell you exactly what we need. We need more morals and compassion in our laws, and we need, because we've been doing this all over the place.
I know, I've seen it as everywhere.
The people that come to us and say, hey, what you said tonight really hit home, are the women. We need more women in
There's
in our
someone running
government.
that is really intense, and she's really not up there. Her name's Marianne Williamson, but she's running for president.
Really?
She's one of the millions of
Committee president.
But I love her just because she's such a intense, real human, spiritual.
There has to be, that's what's missing. That's what's missing in our government is a compassion.
A real person.
Yeah, an actual, yeah.
Because we're all confined. Even as I sit here talking to you, this is my second run. I won in Jersey City in 2011. But even as I sit here talking to you, I'm like, be careful. I can't say that. I can't do that. So do I conform now to all the things that I need to conform to? I'm telling you, I do.
Until you get in.
I do. And when you get in, you're still worried. You want to get reelected. You want to make changes. You want to be. You always find excuses until you are no longer a person.
You want to talk about compassion? Jersey City has no wheelchair access for their public libraries.
And that sucks because I worked for Fulop there and I ran there. And that was never brought up. I never even.
I know. I went to the council meetings about it, and they were like,
Never even heard.
Marion Branch has no wheelchair
Oh, yeah, of
access.
course.
I made a video. Google Jersey City Jump.
And that's my stopping ground.
I'm from Bayonne.
One question.
There's there.
Can you do me a favor? You heard me say when I was in there. We need housing. If you get elected here, please give me fucking housing.
You know who gives housing, and you know who finally allows people to do that?
Tom Arnone.
No, he was just in there. Our constituents, the people here, don't want.
Oh, I know. They don't want the methadone clinic here.
They don't. Syringe access.
They don't do that's. Come on. We have to do that roguely around here. They actually get needles to people, clean needles to people that are on the streets.
Right.
Because the only needle exchange around here is in freaking Asbury.
Right.
People in Keensburg in Asbury.
And half of them are not even really functional.
No,
They're not up and
God
running.
forbid big they get a fucking fentanyl test strip. God forbid we give that out.
Yeah.
That's not even. You can't even find them around here.
Certainly not these.
Oh my God.
Not these constituents. So you talk about housing. Don't build it in my neighborhood. Don't build it in. That's kind of the way.
But the problem, these kids are getting out of fucking prison. These are the kids
They should not be in prison.
They should. You're absolutely right. I work in the state prison. I'm not a CEO. I want you to make sure that you know that. I'm not a correctional officer.
Yeah.
I work a reentry program in the prison system with people that should never be in that situation.
We need to work on reformative justice. I mean, these are really big issues. We'll be gone.
I know. I'll be dead
long
for that.
gone before restorative justice actually takes hold, if it even does.
That's why civil disobedience is majorly necessary now. We got to do shit on our own. I don't even care if we go to jail anymore. It's
our obligation.
Of people that are dying out there with AIDS. I mean, we can stop this shit.
You could stop it tomorrow. You could legalize, and you could regulate, and you would stop almost all the fentanyl deaths right there. Right there.
Yeah, Scott,
I gotta get
over there.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, hon.
Big wig freeholders are over there getting kudos at Fort Monmouth with the gold shovels at the homeless shelter over there.
I think there's a lot of, especially depending on where you are, there's a lot of constituents that really aren't on. They don't see you. They don't understand that. They basically see a drug. They basically see the drug connected to death, and that's it. That's it. There is no policy. There is no education behind it. That's it. We just don't want anything to do with you people, and that's.
You want to change that?
That's really
when
what
a council
it is.
member's kids dies from overdose, that changes overnight.
They will still demonize the drug.
Oh, of course they will. But
And-
they
And
will
even
do
the
more.
person, possibly. It's weird. They can never just see the lineage of criminal justice and have the system kill that person.
And stop giving people 40-year sentences for one overdose. This shit's getting fucking ridiculous what's going on out there. For selling one bag of
Up
dope.
until a decade ago, I mean, I'm pulling into my mid-50s, so I've seen a lot of this stuff change. But up until a decade ago, we didn't give a shit about the person laying on the ground. Narcan in Asbury, what was that? I think that was a lot randy too.
Yeah, we engineer park benches so that you can't lay down on them.
Oh, wait. You guys, do you know what's going on in the Philippines, right?
Oh my God.
Let them die. They're pieces of. That's a mentality.
Talk to the cops. Talk to the cops in the Philippines.
It's good to talk. Philippines, over 15,000 human bodies dead, extrajudicial killing in a little over a year.
You just need a shovel. You need a shovel to bury them.
That's how much they mean.
We have a president that praises that.
That praises. That's with, what's his name? Duterte?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yes.
So, right. Tough.
We got it.
Shit.
You have a card?
But sometimes I don't have. You guys can find me.
Don't worry, we'll troll you. We control you.
If you know Randy, you know Help Not Handcuffs. I'm a trustee. I've been there since I helped them start
Forever.
I'd like to talk to you a
How
little more.
old's the
I'd like to talk to you a
organization?
little more.
About 5 years. Yeah.
You live here?
I live here.
Okay. What part? Where you live?
I live off of Hilly, off of Van Hollow.
Which way is that?
It's up this way.
Okay.
Yeah, but I came from Jersey City.
Okay.
Just blindly into this, I have 3 kids, I'm a single mom, so I'm blindly into this neighborhood because I looked at best schools. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's what got me here. And then when I couldn't find a card for my Jewish friend, she was in Bar Mitzvah, I was like, whoa, where am I? Right. Could not get a card for a Bar Mitzvah in Middletown. That's right. Could not when I moved here. They didn't even, they're like, a what?
I got thrown off their residence Facebook page in about one day talking about cannabis. Like,
I think it's a lot of the stuff that people don't want to. They just don't. They don't. Okay, listen, sir.
I hope
It's
you
good
win.
to-
I really
It's
hope
good
you
to
win.
talk about it.
You know
I hope
what
I
it
win
is?
too. We need a lot of changes
I live in this
here.
town, and this town is horrible when it comes to surveys like that.
You know what it is? They're fearful.
I mean, yes.
You're of the committee. I'm gonna say.
They're at everything.
You were at the meeting. I know, I'm running for a minute.
Except Chuck's
To be
neighbors.
running against you.
Yeah, I have relatives down there.
Not against me. Oh, no, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
Trying to kick you out?
Kevin.
What was he trying to do?
Kevin and Carl. Yeah, no, I remember you did meeting. The pleasure meeting. I never got
I don't know what, I got a phone call in the middle of the
I was running back and forth because I heard Jeff was speaking, and then you spoke. I didn't catch your speech. You spoke. Damn it. I was worried about him with the
I
camera.
missed my own.
I caught some of yours, but you caught yours on the camera.
No, because I got a phone call and I think it cut it out.
So I got most of yours.
I asked the cop, I said, what happened? Did somebody fall or something like that? And he took a second until he realized, I got to tell something. And then I guess he told me the truth. He was like, he said there was kind of a gathering of some sort.
A gathering.
She's actually
Gathering.
There's a gathering of some sort.
I love her.
Oops, You're at a council. We're at a council meeting. There's a gathering at the council meeting. You mean the council? No, there's a gathering outside the council meeting.
No. Yes, but
They have bongs.
Allison Friedman and Barbara Singer are running against her.
I see no smoking there, but that doesn't mean that's not a breathe easy zone. There is a smoking area.
Oh, there is?
By the big let's play by the big tank. They have an assault vehicle. Yeah. They have an assault vehicle. A police assault vehicle. Yeah. Let's go jam it.
Let's go see it. The London police assault vehicle on the
We live in
wheelchairs.
our town.
Here we go.
Say him, roll. Where are you?
You can't get no weed here.
Oh, yeah. We're right outside of Fort Lauderdale. That's now.
But you can get it.
Yeah, I can get it.
Or is that my dad was on it. He's all got Alzheimer's.
Yeah, they say, oh, you can go get it. You go to the dispensary from Woodbridge. Yeah, well, this tumor I got.
3 hours away.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good when I'm bouncing around in the car. The parkway.
Ouch.
What we do to human beings, right?
It's terrible.
We're walking up a flight of stairs in Brielle. Brielle has no wheelchair access to the police station.
Nothing. He had to crawl up the
Police
steps.
station and a council meeting.
Why the hell would you want to go to a police station?
Yes, one more question. So, Mama County just started Mama
This is great.
Jeff, turn around.
Push Queen. Push Queen.
This is what I need tonight, man. You guys really made my day and my night.
Good, I'm glad we made you laugh.
You did. I needed that, man.
Wow, we look good session in this.
I know.
Deep in that night.
That's
Yeah, the other side of the...
down in a yellow spot.
Yeah, there's an assault vehicle. See the assault vehicle over there?
Yeah.
Let's go smoke on that thing. Let me get my shit. Hold on. Oh, never mind.
We say goodbye to that lady. It's funny.
We blew her off. I love black police cars with black lettering. Put my phone all over.
That's so you can see.
Black police cars with black lettering.
I love how he's walking with the phone. This is the best thing ever.
My poor wife down. Mike says, you might have to, can you push me with your wheelchair?
Probably. This is too funny. This is too funny. This is the greatest thing ever.
I think this is good for my liver.
Yeah, right here. Look at this thing. Right here, the tank. See the tank? Look at this tank they bought. This is a tank. Look at this thing. Special operations. This is a good place to smoke.
Special operations, that's us. Special operations.
The mayor was very nice to us back this evening.
Yeah, well, we have like
Oh, here's good.
This is what they use when they really want to shut people up.
Yeah, stand right there. That's a good spot.
Where's Shepherd's Cut?
There you go. All right, you're in the frame.
Oh, you guys are going to do a couple more ditties, aren't you?
Yeah, we'll do a couple of songs. We got a song about you, Jeff.
Oh, I think I heard my name mentioned.
You want me to film it for you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. There you go.
There goes the mayor. Is it on, Lefty?
Yes, it's going. A little deep and a little short.
Do you want to get up there?
Chucky, where's Chuck? Where's Chucky go? This song's about him.
We'll be back for
Yeah, we can't do that. We can't do it yet. Let's do
Does he know we're over here? Call him.
Does this have a brake on it?
With the brake on, right?
Yep. Oh, nice.
Here in Middletown, smoking marijuana is the American way. I smoke about an ounce of weed a day. I don't care what the government has to say. Thank God for cannabis. Marijuana come around the band. Pass it over to me again. It's fun to share it with your friend. Thank God for cannabis. You grow it in the house and you grow it in the field. Chicken plants well and you get a good yield. Pay the cop money and you get that shield. Thank God for cannabis. Don't compete with the U.S. green. The best damn bud that I've ever seen. It smells so good, tastes so clean. Thank God for cannabis. A cancer patient gets quite a lift when they can smoke on a big fat split. 10% as a friendly gift. Thank God for cannabis. You grow it in the house and you grow it in the field. Tree plants fail and you get a good yield. Pay the cop money and you get that shield. Thank God for cannabis. Boom, boom, big, big boom. Boom, boom, big, big boom. Boom, boom, big, big boom. Thank God for cannabis. Smoking marijuana's the American way. I smoke about an ounce of weed a day. Don't care what the government has to say. Thank God for cannabis. Marijuana coming around the band. Pass it over to me again. It's fun to share it with your friend. Thank God for cannabis. You grow it in the house and you grow it in the field. Tree plants well and you get a good yield. Pay the cop money and you get that shield. Thank God for cannabis. Boom, boom, big, big boom. Boom, boom, big, big boom. Boom, boom, big, big boom. Thank God for cannabis. Smoking marijuana's the American way. I smoke about an ounce of weed a day. Don't care what the government has to say. Thank God for cannabis. Marijuana coming around the band. Pass it over to me again. It's fun to share it with your friend. Thank God for cannabis. Woo!
Yeehaw!
Who's that? Who's that?
Who be that?
Who's that?
Aubrey's hungry.
Who's that?
Aubrey's hungry.
Chucky!
Definitely hungry.
Always hungry, Aubrey.
Should I turn it off?
No, keep it going.
Okay.
We got,
No, keep it going. We got another song. Let's do the new one. Since he's not here, we'll just do it anyway. Where is it?
We're gonna have fish ice cream, Aubrey.
fish ice cream.
Okay. This is a new little ditty. All right, ready? When Chuck was driving with a cracked windshield, cops told him he didn't yield. They asked him why his car smelled like skunk. Chuck says, I don't answer questions, punk! Chucky does dabs and he don't care. Chucky rolls blunts and he don't care. Chucky smokes pot and he don't care. The law has got to change. When Mikey was riding on his Huffy, the cops made him red and puffy. They said, you should have bought a Schwinn. Now we have to take you in. Does that, but he don't care. Mikey rolls blunts and he don't care. Mikey smokes pot and he don't care. The law has got to change. When Jeff was in the hospital sick, the head nurse was such a dick. She took away his evening grass. and gave it back, but felt like an ass. Jeff does that, and he don't care. Jeff does that, and he don't care. Jeff's no spy, and he don't care. The law has got to change. Beautiful. See?
Woo!
Don't laugh. Don't make him laugh. Stop laughing. Stop laughing. It's not funny.
That's a good laugh for Jeff.
All right, I think we're not.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
There you go, my friend.
Thank you. All right. Thanks, everybody. And we're adding a new name to the list on Thursday. Frank. Very sorry. And we have to add that name to that list.
Can I have a seat in your chair for a sec?
Yep, it's all yours. So, let's do something about this opiate crisis. Because it really hit home for me today. And it's been hitting home a lot for a lot of people, but it really hit home for me today. Having to listen to an 11-year-old girl and a 16-year-old screaming where their daddy is because he died from an overdose this morning. I mean, how do you tell a kid that? How do you tell a kid their father's dead? That's what we had to do today. It's not good. It's happening all over the state. And I'm very happy to have Vince here. He brought me some Narcan that we're going to keep around for some other people that may need it. And I'm really happy Jeff spoke about the opioid crisis because I'm a fucking mess. I can't. I'm all over the place tonight. So I'm glad we had some good speakers here. And I wasn't wrong. They did ban recreational cannabis here. They just didn't ban medical. I misspoke. I'm just having a bad night. It's not good. Not seeing my niece on that. Just not good. Hearing an 11-year-old cry for their father like that, man, it's brutal. I don't wish it on anybody. So this is for my brother-in-law, Frank. Hashtag they shall grow. They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning we will remember them.